So this is Dot by Wonder Workshop, and to turn him on, there's a button on the back. It looks like a power symbol, so we just turn him on, and he lights up, and he talks to you. So this robot can be programmed through Wonder Workshop apps to make different noises, to blink. It can also change the colors on the side. So for this lesson, the purpose we are using him for is to pronounce the words of the shapes that the kids may not be familiar with so that they can hear a correct pronunciation. All right, so as you can see, I have 3 different Wonder Workshop apps, but today we're just going to focus on Blockly. So when I open Blockly, you'll see in this corner, there's a picture of Dot. So I just want to make sure that he's connected. So he connects through Bluetooth. So you just want to make sure your Bluetooth is on. And you can see he comes up with a check mark, so he is connected to my phone. So I'm going to press the play button. And what I'll get here is just an empty screen. And this is a very basic form of coding. And you can see it's just blocks. So I'm just going to drag different instructions and create a line of blocks, kind of like with Legos. So for the purpose of this lesson, we're only going to use the orange sound category. So I'm going to click on that. And you can see, say, dash high or transport different things with different sounds. But we want to create our own sounds because we want him to say the names of the shapes. So I'm going to click on this My Sounds one. And I will come to this screen. In order to have the names of the shapes, I'm going to have to record my own sounds. So to record a new sound, you just pick a number. So I'm going to start with number 1, and I'm going to say record a new sound. And it'll come to a screen of numbers. So you click on the number 1, and I'm going to record the sound square first. So I'm going to click on the record and say square. 2, 1. Square. Press the stop button when I'm done. Press the check mark to make sure it sounds correct.
Square.
And then Dot says it. So you can see that it's my voice, but a little bit higher, so it sounds like Dot. Okay, so now that we have sound number 1, which has square, I am going to drag that over here. So now when I press this play button, it'll say square.
Square.
Okay, so now that I have my first sound, I could go ahead and make the rest of the sounds for the rest of the shapes, such as circle, rectangle, triangle, and oval, and we'll show that later. But let's first just work on our square. So we want the kids to be able to use this on their own, and so I want to program it so that Dot, you can press different buttons and it'll say different shapes. So for the square, I need to program it that it'll be a certain button that you press. So if I go into start, which is green, the first option says when dash top button. So I'm going to click on that, and I need to change it. It needs to be Dot because we're using Dot in this activity. And then you can see this first option is the bright circle on top, which is the top button. So I'm going to press OK for that. And I'm going to drag my sounds number 1 underneath the dash top button. So as you can see, when I press play and press the top button,
Square.
it programs and works. So on this screen, you can see that I programmed all of my sounds, and I just programmed them underneath a different number for each. And I also programmed a different button. So we have the top button for square, button 1 for sound 2, which is a circle, button 3, button 2, and finally when Dot hears a clap, so the students have to clap next to Dot, they'll hear the final sound. So let me show you what that looks like with Dot. So I'm going to press the play button to start. Start with the top button.
Square.
Button 1.
Circle.
Button 2.
Triangle.
Button 3 in the back.
Rectangle.
And then I'm going to clap.
Oval.
And we just coded Dot so that he would say the names of the shapes that we are using in this lesson. And this is a great resource so that the teacher does not have to be at the center with the kids, but Dot can pronounce the words correctly so that students hear a correct pronunciation in a fun new way, and it just amplifies their learning of these shapes.